Good morning to all of you, my dear students. Uh, Last class we started unit 3, that is hydraulic and pneumatic actuation systems. We discussed about the mechanical activation, electrical actuation. So here mechanical activation, all the mechanisms what you studied in theory of machines, that is single slider crank chain mechanisms, four bar chain mechanism, Whitworth quick return motion mechanism, and P cellular mechanisms, so robots mechanism, uh, and there are so many straight line, approximate straight line motion mechanisms are there, exact straight line motion mechanisms. You studied so many mechanisms, right? And then next you studied about gears, transmission of power, belts and drives, open belt, cross belt drive. So these are all are nothing but we can call it as a mechanical actuators. That means these with the help of these mechanisms or gears or cams, we can activate the system. We can activate the system entire. That means to get our desired output, we are incorporating these mechanical actuation systems. Same similar in the electrical actuation systems. What we discussed in unit 2, that is a diode, transistor, motors. The motors is electrical actuation systems, and field effect transistors, amplifiers, filters. These are all coming under electrical actuation systems. So why here we are going for especially for these hydraulic and pneumatic actuation systems? These mechanical actuation systems are somewhat complicated. So I told to you that by the replacement of all these that is mechanical actuation systems, we can go for hydraulic and pneumatic actuation systems. So this maintenance is very less, and the damage is also less. So I told to you clearly, this is a very simple and easy, right? Hydraulic and pneumatic actuation systems. So these are also purely mechanical only. But hydraulic actuation system means it is working under the medium of liquid, whereas a pneumatic actuation system means it is working under the medium of air. So that means here a fluid. Yesterday, last class we discussed about fluids also, a fluid system, right? The fluid transportation medium and fluid systems, right? In the fluid system, that means it is either air or gas. That means a gas or liquid. That means it is fluid system means it is hydraulic as well as pneumatic. And then to today's class, we discussed and also we discussed in the last class several applications. So now we will discuss today's topic is hydraulic systems and pneumatic systems, right? Hydraulic systems and pneumatic systems, and uh, and control valves, right? Hydraulic systems, pneumatic systems, and components and control valves, right? So these four topics we'll discuss today. So before that, we have to go for a pneumatic power supply or pneumatic power supply exam. We'll take the power component. This is one of the component. See here, the motor, electric motor here drives the compressor. Electric motor drives the compressor. See here in this, the air is sucked into the filter. If you observe clearly, the air is sucked into the filter. Here, is there any uh, 1 minute? I'll go for annotation, right? So here the air is sucked, right? The air is sucked into the filter. Here this total the compressor is driven by the electric motor. Electric motor drives the compressor. So now here the air is entered or sucked into the filter. Here the filter, the purpose or the function of the filter is if there is any particles, dust, impurities in the air will be eliminated in that filter. I think all of you know that the filter general definition is it filters. That means the output of the filter is a purity. So that means it eliminates the impurities. So here from the air also it eliminates the impurities, the filter, and then the output of the from the filter, the air sends to this silencer. Here already you know that when the air is sucked, we can get some noise. If you see even in the movies also, the air is becoming a noise right around. So here when the air is sucked more, then automatically the noise will occur. That silencer will reduce that noise. Silencer will reduce the noise while the air is sucking into the system. The silencer will reduce the noise coming from the air. And then next it goes to the compressor. Here in the compressor, all of you know that the working principle of the compressor means it sucks the air. That means thereby the piston moves, right? And then again, for example, if you consider bottom to top, right? When the air is sucked into the compressor, here the piston moves from bottom to the top, or otherwise top to bottom. Anyway, you can consider. As for example, I think all of you know that compressor having a cylinder, right? This is right. Yeah, right. This is first position. See here, this is 1 minute. Here it is now. 1 minute, 1 minute. See here, this is actually see here. Some distance will take place. 1 minute. Here, see, if you see clearly, this is the first position in the compressor. Here, when the air sucked, that means the piston moves from top to bottom, right? Top to bottom. Here, inside the air is sucked. Here is completely air. Air is sucked in here inside. And then the next one is the moves from bottom to top. Thereby, the air gets compressed. Here in the cylinder, first the air is sucked this much amount of volume, and then again the piston moves from bottom to the top. Here, see, if you see clearly, this is the first one, and this is first one. This is here the air is sucked here from this channel, and then the piston moves from top to the bottom. Here completely in this the air. Here, if you see clearly, this is the air. Air is sucked completely at here, right? And then again the piston moves from the bottom to the top. Thereby the air gets compressed. Here the compressor means here this much amount of air is sucked, and then it is compressed into this much amount of air. That means it's compressed. The air gets compressed. The air gets compressed in the compressor. All of you know that, right? The compressor means here the air is sucked in the compressor, that is in one stage, and then the air gets compressed. The piston compresses the air. If it sucks this much amount of volume of air, it sucks, right? Sucks and then it gets compressed. Sucks and then it gets compresses. The air gets compressed. Once the air gets compressed, what happens? The volume decreases. The volume decreases, the pressure increases, temperature increases. See here, here the parameter you have to observe. Here the pressure increases. Once here this much amount of the volume is compressed, so what happens automatically? The pressure of that compressed air increases. Pressure increases. That the pressure is nothing but external force. We can use wherever we need to push any object from one point to the other point. Otherwise, to move. That is large scale industries or small scale industries. These are more. You see here, if you, for example, you see already the compressor already you've seen, right? Even in filling of compressed air in the tubes. In see here, if you go, so here in the bikes, for example, in the tube, the air is in less. That is, it is below to that limited. That is value, reference value. Then automatically we have to fill in the tube compressed air. So once the compressed air fills means automatically it will be that is in safe condition. So that is nothing but where you seen in daily, that is compressed air. And for example, if you see even in the compressed liquid also, if you see while in the bikes washings, washing of bikes, you have to make it clean, right? Where and also cars, also any automobiles. So there, the liquid is forcible liquid. That is, a pressurized liquid is falling onto the wherever the corner at the end corners, very impurities or dust it will remove. Already you've seen, right? Bikes